Hello, my name is Savannah. I'm currently a senior at Utah Tech University. I'm getting a minor in Spanish. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Spanish program and the Spanish internship and my experience with it so far. So I'm currently enrolled in the Spanish internship this semester, and so I'm just going to answer a couple brief questions about it. So what's the best thing about the internship? So if you don't know, the Spanish internship, you're working at elementaries, local elementaries, and you're like being a helper in the class. With the dual immersion program, but specifically in Spanish-speaking classrooms. And so what is the best thing about the internship? My personal favorite thing is that like 10 hours a week, I'm dedicated to speaking Spanish and practicing my Spanish and like trying new vocabulary that I would have never experienced otherwise. Like right now we're working on like denominators and division and fractions, and I hadn't ever learned any of that in Spanish. So it was super cool to be able to like new vocabulary in 10 hours a week. I'm dedicated to like bettering other people's Spanish, but also helping better my Spanish. And so I really like that. I've been practicing a lot more because of it. And so part of the demanding aspect of like the 10 hours is the fact that while it's great to speak Spanish for 10 hours, you're going to be there for 10 hours. So the demanding is your time. I really enjoy it, and it like always, like every time I go twice a week, it breezes by super, super fast. But it is 10 hours a week that you have to dedicate towards it. And if you're thinking about it from like a making money perspective, like it's definitely not where you're like making money really to like match that. I would go find something else. But if you're wanting to do an internship, you want to be maybe in an elementary setting, I think it's such a good opportunity. Yeah, so keep that in mind. 10 hours can be like really great. And then also sometimes it's like, well, I have other things I need to do. But that's what I would say. But I think there's like pros and cons about that, whatever depends on your schedule. What's something I didn't expect about the internship that I'm enjoying? I was a little bit nervous to be around kids. I normally don't spend a lot of time with kids. I don't have like a lot of like little siblings or anything like that. So I was a little bit worried that I wasn't going to enjoy the kids, which is kind of crazy thinking back because the kids are now one of my favorite parts. The kids love you and they love speaking Spanish with you, and it's just like such a good environment. And I love the teacher I work with, so it's never like super stressful. It's just very chill time, especially in comparison to other Spanish classes. So that's what I would say. I didn't expect to love the kids as much as I do, but I really enjoy being around them. I really enjoy learning from them and helping where I can. So I didn't expect to love that aspect, which is weird because that's kind of like the whole program, but it's super good. I love the kids now. Would you recommend this to other students? I think it really depends on like your schedule and what you're looking out for. If you're wanting to get a practice in like an elementary setting, this is perfect. If you're wanting to get 3 credits and without taking Spanish tests and being in a Spanish classroom, because even though it is 10 hours, like you are getting 3 credits, and in a normal like Spanish way, you would be in 3 hours of classroom, and then you'd have homework and tests, and you pretty much don't have anything outside of those 10 hours, like little things like making this video and stuff like that. So I think it really just depends on your schedule. Like if you're willing to dedicate those 10 hours a week and you want to do something like this, like the stipend, it's very small, but it is nice. Like it's a little paycheck every month. It's also like a way to get 3 credits. I sometimes get stressed about my Spanish classes are usually my like hard class each semester because I'm a Spanish minor, not a major, so I only take a few Spanish classes, and that tends to be the class I stress about the most, just because it's the way that it's test taking and formatted isn't always something I love. And so I definitely recommend like a nice breezy way to get 3 credits, and it's if you have the time for it. So it really just depends on your schedule, I think. Why not? Again, just time-wise. And then any other ideas? No, I think that if you're a Spanish major or a minor, I think this is a great thing, especially because, I mean, teaching is a big part of, like, I think a large part of the Spanish majors come out and they go into teaching positions. And so definitely go check it out and definitely try it out and see if you like it. Double check. I think it's a great internship. I've taken a lot of internships through Utah Tech. I think this is like my 3rd or 4th internship, and this is by far my favorite. So I definitely think try it out if you're curious. And yeah, no, the teacher's been great, the students have been great. I've really enjoyed it, so I definitely recommend it. Just make sure it works with your schedule. Yeah. Okay, awesome.